Hello, welcome to the IT Academy. In today's video, we'll look at the COUNTIF function in Excel. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do. We have amazing IT video tutorials. The Excel COUNTIF function is used for counting contents of cells that meet certain criteria. Let's see how it works. Let's take a look at these examples here. We have a number of tables and we're going to see what we can do with them. Let's look at the first one. The first table is this. You have a list of items and their prices. Okay, so we're going to use the COUNTIF function to know what we are looking for. For instance, we want to know in this table, we want to know how many of these items cost more than $50. You see, these are just a few items. It's possible that you have a list that contains hundreds or even thousands of items. That is when this function becomes really useful. So you want to know how many of these items cost more than $50. So we're going to use the COUNTIF function. Now, before we start, let me show you the syntax of the COUNTIF function. The syntax is simply the structure of the command. So first of all, you have to type in the command, which is COUNTIF, and then you open a bracket and then you state the range where the counting is to take place. And then you will state the criteria. The criteria any data has to meet before it is counted. So COUNTIF, it's like going through it. Count anyone if it is more than 50. That's precisely what you're asking Excel to do for you. Count any item that is more than 50. So where are you going to count? You state COUNTIF, you state the range and then the criteria. The criteria is greater than 50. So let's see how it works. So I'm going to put the result here. Okay, so let's do it. We type the command equals COUNTIF, then bracket open. You see that it even gives you an idea. COUNTIF bracket open. The next thing you are supposed to do is state the range where you want to search for the items to count. So COUNTIF and bracket open, and then you highlight the range because this is where you're searching for prices that are more than $50. So you select the range, and then what does it say? After you state the range, you type in a comma. So I'm going to type a comma here. And the next thing is the criteria. So what am I going to count? I'm going to count only those items whose cost is more than 50. So you have to put the criteria in quotation marks or in quotes. So I open the quotes and I type greater than 50. Then I close it. Okay, so it simply says count through this range, this whole range, if it is greater than 50. So I press enter and it gives me 6. There are 6 items on this list which costs more than $50. And you can use different kinds of operators. For instance, you can say if bracket open, you highlight the range and then a comma, then you put your criteria here, which is less than 50. Okay, and then you close it with the quotes, enter. Those that are less than 50 are 11. So that's one thing you can do with a COUNTIF function. Let's look at this other example. We have a sports competition and different countries have won this championship in different years. You can see each year has the winning country. So for instance, if I want to know how many times India has won this contest between the years 2000 and 2016. So I want to know how many times the India winning occurs. So I go here and then I type equals COUNTIF bracket open, then I highlight here this is where it's going to search and count. And then comma. And remember, we have to put it in quotes. I type India. It is not case sensitive. That means even if on the list it is in small letters and you type in big letters, it doesn't matter. It's still going to count it. Okay, so close it. India has won this championship 4 times. Remember, you're going to appreciate this result when you have a list of at least, say, thousands of records. You know, it looks quite easy here. You can just look and see India 4 times. But if you have a record or a database of thousands of records, this is very useful to do. You want to count that. And then let's look at this other one. You can have items and then country of origin. It's the same things. How many items are from Ghana? How many items on this list are from Ghana? Equals, you type your formula here. Remember, you type your formula at the location where you want the results to be. So equals COUNTIF, brackets open, then you highlight here. You state the range. You see, COUNTIF range. The next is the criteria. You type your comma, and the criteria is equals, you put the quotes here, equals Ghana. You close it. You see, Ghana, items made in Ghana are just 2. Now imagine going through a list of 5,000 or even 200 records. This makes it very easy. And then this other one also, you have a list of assignments given to workers in an organization. There can be multiple assignments given to individuals. So you want to know, for instance, how many assignments does Justin have? You can simply go to here, equals COUNTIF, bracket opens, and the next thing is to select the range where you look for how many times Justin appears. Highlight it all, your comma, and then the quotes, Justin, and then you close it. So Justin has 3 different tasks. The next example is a very different thing, totally different from what we've been doing so far. So let's take a look. I have a list of items here. You can have, you can see apple sauce, apple vinegar, apple drink, orange juice, all these items. Supposing I'm looking for, what do you call it? Apple drinks. I'm looking for apple drinks. You know what we'll do? We'll do just the way we've been doing the rest. We go to equals COUNTIF, bracket open, and then you select the range, comma, and then you put the quotes. And then equals apple sauce. You close it. Apple sauce appears just once. Okay. Now, I want to search for any item that has the word apple in it, whether it is apple sauce, apple vinegar, apple juice. As long as it has the name apple, I want to count how many apple items will appear on this list. So to do that, we'll use something called a wildcard. Now, a wildcard will represent an unknown quantity or unknown value. So let's see how it works. I'm going to say equals COUNTIF, bracket open, then highlight the range, and then your comma, then the quotes. So what are you looking for? Well, I'm looking for anything that starts with apple. Then whatever follows doesn't matter. So you're going to type apple. And then you type in the wildcard, which is the asterisk, which is this. So when you type this symbol here, it means whatever follows will be counted. it stands for everything. It can be one letter or one word. So apple and whatever follows. Okay, so I close it, and then you see what all the items that start with the word apple are for. So that is how we do it. So that is if you want the items that start with the word apple. Okay, then what if you are looking for juices? You don't care what kind of juice you come across, as long as it's a juice. If it's mango juice, apple juice, whatever, we just want to isolate all the items that end with the word juice. So let's see how that will go. Also, we're going to use the wildcard here, but in a very different way. So equals count if, then brackets open. I'm going to highlight the range again, comma, and then the quotes. So I'm going to put the wildcard in front of the word juice and close the quotes. That means, like I said before, the wildcard represents any value. So that means anything can be in front as long as it has juice at the end of it. Press enter and see the results. All the juices are 4 on this item. It could be any juice, mango juice, apple juice, papaya juice, whatever. So from these examples, I'm sure you get to appreciate how we use the COUNTIF function in Microsoft Excel. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then like it. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.